I'm Michael,
I'm Roy.
and we are Enox.
We rebranded into Enox right before everything shut down with the pandemic.
We used to be called Enochian.
That's how you pronounce that. Okay.
Exactly.
There you
That's
go.
why we changed it.
Yeah, people would just call us the Enox Boys, and then whenever we referred to the band, we just called it Enox. We just kept thinking of names and names and names, and we wanted something that would just stick out. It just kind of made sense. I brought it up as an idea, like, yo, we just named ourselves Enox. Sounds hard. We are trying to explore a heavier vibe, just because we love heavy shit, and music lately has just been heavier in general. Metalcore right now, I feel, is in a different position than it was 3 years ago.
I feel like it's never been as
just
mainstream to be a really heavy band. If anything, it kind of let us say, let's write some heavy stuff and then try to make it even heavier and more ridiculous. Because we can have fun getting ridiculous now. We would do that for our demos and then maybe rein it in.
It is a little refreshing. If it has that heavy element, chances are people are gonna be like, oh, they're pissed off, they're angry. And I think that says a lot about the state of the world that we're in right now.
He's like the first person I've ever met in real life who can do the things that he does and sound the way that he does in person. I just never even questioned it. I was just like, I don't know. It's just this of fucking
he's always been
shit.
able to. He came out of the womb and he was like, yeah, I'm screaming.
Believe it or not, I didn't start doing music until I was 17 or 16. And honestly, because of that, I felt like I needed to play catch up. I was drumming full time.
Yeah, he was the original drummer of Enochian.
I felt like I had to play catch up. So I'm fitting in 50 hours of practice a week. I made it a full-time job. That was my mentality. It was just
There you go.
if I'm gonna put 40 hours into something that's gonna be in my instrument, I'm just gonna work a part-time job.
Such a king, dude.
Put more hours into my instrument than my actual job.
Unbelievable.
And we would have a rehearsal space that was 24/7 access. I'd be practicing drums from 7 p.m. to 4 in the morning. And go home and sleep, and then rinse, repeat. When I had those long days, I would practice drums for 4 hours, and then I'll practice my vocals for 4 hours, and then go to sleep, wake up. If I didn't work, go back to the studio, drum for 8 hours, practice my vocals for 2-3 hours, rest, go home, eat, go back to the studio, band practice. The last tour we did, it was a hot, there was a stretch that we did 6 shows on, 1 day off, 6 shows on, 1 day off, 6 shows on, 1 day off. And you would think, honestly, before the start of the tour, I was kind of freaking out, how the hell am I gonna stay healthy? Because I have a pretty solid track record of not being healthy on the road. As it progressed, I felt my voice getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it was actually something I was kind of really proud about. The fact that I placed a huge emphasis on just keeping myself healthy on the road, keeping my voice as healthy as I possibly can. It was the first time that I did a whole tour where I felt better as it went through.
Yeah, and he's got a steaming machine. He's got a vocal warm-up bottle, a bag of tea and stuff.
It just showed to me how important it is to keep yourself healthy, to have a routine, to stay in that routine. And being on the road is really, really tough, but making sure that you're getting proper sleep, making sure that you're feeding yourself, that you're hydrating yourself, that you're taking care of yourself in every single manner. Being able to practice self-care on the road directly helps with how you feel on stage.
Love and pride, move aside, and burning too many bridges to prove that I'm alive.
When you're stepping on stage, as soon as the music starts, if you're not super stoked to get into it, and that alone, being there like with your best friends playing awesome music is like, that doesn't make you give it 100%, and it's probably not where you should be.
You never know who you're going to play in front of. You never know that the day after some kid from 5 hours away is driving to see your band play. If they drive that amount of time, it's because they hold your band in such a high regard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be a disservice for you to not want to give your 150% for the one person that really probably took the day off to give them your time of day to see you play for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just made it a point that for every single show I play, if I'm able to play, I'm going to give it my entire fucking best. And I will lay it all out every single day, every single time.
No matter what's been going on in the day, that's like our moment to just like come together and just, do our thing.